Rebecca. So this is my extra credit over Philosophy Mind, Personal Identity by Elizabeth Camp. I wrote a list of things that I learned from the video, so I'm going to start with those first, and then I'll go through some of the bullet points that you offered. So one term that I learned, and I thought that was really important and interesting from the video, was teleological. Was the term teleological, and it's when events hang together and they're all working towards the same ending, which is death. I thought that was interesting. I also learned the narrative view defines the self, and I think the author describes it as when we're on a first date and we kind of like rapid fire tell somebody like who we are, we're interested in, that sort of thing. That is our narrative view. I also learned that the narrative of self is ongoing. She describes the woman that she's talking about in the video as being like a lover of chemistry. She's from the barrio, but that throughout her life that'll change. Even though she's from the barrio, her narrative view might change, and all of a sudden she doesn't really tell anybody that she's from the barrio anymore because she may not see its significance. And moving on, I learned that some actions and features are central and some are accidental. And what that means is central to the girl that Elizabeth Camp, the made-up girl in the video, central to her is her love for chemistry, but her accidental feature is that she was a pharmaceutical. Loving chemistry is a big part of who she is, and it is more so like a passion and a love of hers, but it's the working for a pharmaceutical company is accidental because she does that for money, to pay bills. So I think in every single person, what's central is what we love, what makes us happy, but then accidental is like what we utilize a lot of times for survival. Narrative view explains the identity and significance of lives, but not the identity and significance of selves. I think what they're saying what the author was saying when she was saying this is that in order for someone to get our entire narrative, it has to be more than a memoir. It has to be more than an episode of a show. While we can relate to those things, the full narrative cannot be present in those things because it's constantly ongoing. And also, it's the narrative of self is only like highlights and like what the person thinks is significant. When crafting my storytelling performances, I think what I've taken most from the video is that I'll only include things that I feel like are significant. And so I think that I could use that to my advantage to be a good storyteller. And then how I understand identity and relationships is someone can only know part of my narrative, and they can only know the narrative that I give them, and through that narrative I have power, which is kind of scary to think about in some ways. And then in relationships, I think that also carries over because I can only know as much as a person tells me of their narrative, meaning that I only know so much.